What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the RTG Career Mode. It's episode number 36. There is loads of stuff to get through today. We'll have the second leg of the Carabao Cup Semi Final, hosting Manchester United, tied 1-1 after our draw at Old Trafford. More games in the Premier League, 30 million in the budget, and I'm sure we're going to make a signing on the back of both Fernandes and Van den Berg now being out for months. But our first game, FA Cup third round away at Bramall Lane against Sheffield United. Go on the Pilgrims. We have got a bizarre lineup out there this afternoon, which includes a centre-half pairing of Reece Williams and left-back Josh Tymon. And our starting striker, so that header goes over, Morgan Whittaker. This is not good. We were thin in terms of squad depth at the start of the season anyway. Now with those two injuries and lots of fixtures to come due to our progress in the Carabao Cup, yeah, make no mistake about it. We only made one signing in the summer. I can see us making 3 in this window alone. As Mumba finds Vale, who is onside, and speaking of the new signing, Harvey Vale, who's brought in, puts it just wide. Callum trying to get space around Mariko. Tongan fullback who's come in and held his place in our starting 11. Couldn't get across quickly enough to help out the CB in the middle, and that's the thing for this game. I need to give my CB some help because they are not class centre-arse. Reece Williams and again the left-back Josh Tymon. A couple of times I've had to play a makeshift CB pairing. I think I need a new CB in this window for sure. Because don't forget, we're also about to lose Darko. Oh yes, Morgs! Read it perfectly! Got a finish on! Yes! And the last thing we need is a cup set as well to go along with the injury problems, the fixture congestions, transfer requests. Come on man, we've got to avoid the cup set too. I wanted to keep Kante on the bench so we could be hang on. Oh, go on, Morgs! Great dribbling! Ali McCann for the win! Get in! Plymouth turn it round! No Kante, no problem. First Morgs and then a Northern Irish international. Come on, Plymouth! In the last episode, we were talking about the best teams getting through the toughest tests. Plymouth Argyle have done it here. A very makeshift lineup. Injuries, poor form, transfer requests, and a goal down at the break. What a second half response. Morgs and McCann to the rescue. Plymouth through to the 4th round. So following the game, a couple of bids for Darko, but I might just have to keep him due to our lack of squad depth, really. I've also seen that Matthews has come back from loan, and this kid, to be fair, looks really, really special. 2 years at St Andrews, retains the exciting prospect tag, 75 overall at just 19 years old, and look at a 91 sprint speed as well, with 81 ball control. Off the bench, this guy's going to be a great backup striker for Kante. But we need to make a signing. I mean, we're so light at CB right now. The squad is incredibly thin. We're about to lose Darko, who often plays at centre-half as well. So with that being the case, I'm going to bring a new tough tackling defender in. My number 1 target is Jacob Greaves, but the problem is I used him in all my years in my Ipswich Town career mode earlier this year, and I do like to try and sign players I haven't used much or haven't used recently. And one player I don't think I've ever used is the English centre-half Taylor Harwood-Bellis. Came through the Man City Academy, but of course has now moved on permanently to Southampton. In the second tier right now, the Saints, and at 26 years old, 82 overall, he needs to be back in the top tier if he's to be called up to the England squad. Great pass through the ball, good tackler, very strong. Let's bring him in. With Southampton sat in mid-table in the Championship, I think Taylor knew that if he's to add to that one England cap he got back in 24, then he needs to leave St Mary's to get back to the Premier League. The fee we agreed was 24.75 million, which I would say personally is pretty decent value considering the infamous English player tax and the player in the prime of his career right now at 26. And coming in on a 5-year, 50 grand a week deal, linking up with his former teammate Fernandes, moving from Southampton to Plymouth. Welcome to home park. Taylor Harwood-Bellis. Yeah, really good young defender, this lad. I mean, he came out of the Man City Academy. He had several loan spells with several different teams. Blackburn, Burnley, Stoke, before going to Southampton, helping them get promoted to the Premier League, and of course, joining permanently. He does have a mistake in him. Southampton fans will tell you that, but he is a good passer of the ball. Really, really crucial with our play style. And again, physically, really strong and quick enough to play in a high line as well. And at 26, only getting better, this is a really good transfer. Although as our budget now drops down to 3 mil, if we are to bring anyone else in, we'll probably need to make a sale, which isn't going to help our problem with depth. I guess we'll have to see what we can do. Anyway, following game on the back of the big win at Bramall Lane, once again staying away from home to go back to Matt matters in the Premier League. Chelsea in West London right now, 4 points off the league leaders Arsenal, but also 4 clear of Spurs in 5th place. I'm not worried about the teams above, I'm worried about the teams below. I want to try and stay in the Champions League place for as long as possible. Blues away next. Come on, the Pilgrims. And that's the end of Darko as well, because you might have seen that Taylor took his number 6. I think that's when you know the writing's on the wall. Do you know what I mean? When a player who's just signed for a club takes a player who already had that number for a few years off them, that's when you know they're done. Like it's over. Like unless it's a special case when a player has a certain connection to that number, like CR7 for example. And of course, people forget in his first year at Real Madrid, Ronaldo wore number 9 because of Raul, the great Raul. That's a shocking goal, concede that. But in this case, Darko's not quite as impactful to this team as Raul was to Real Madrid. I think Darko's gone now. Mariko to Bar, Youth Academy boys linking up. And Togolese Prince into Raksaki. It's just lazy, can't do that. Nicholas Jackson gets away from Obispo. It's going to be 2. You can't get away with it in FC 25 now. You know, in previous versions of FC, sure, you know, you could afford to underhit your passes, but not with the weather conditions now. I use this mantra, PWP, pass with purpose. Otherwise, anything under here or half-hearted is going to be intercepted. That's a lovely ball that, and Iñaki Williams to add the 3rd. Well, we've been performing above expectations all season long, but now after just 1 win in our last 8 Premier League games, this sort of form doesn't get you in the Champions League, it puts you in the Championship. Chelsea with a big win, closing the gap, Plymouth continuing to free fall. So, just sold Darko to Ipswich Town, didn't want to lose him, but after the transfer request and the fact he lost his number to a new signing, the writing was kind of on the wall. Fair play, farewell, one of the OGs, gave us great years of service, but now off to the 2nd tier to play under Kieran McKenna. And what I'm going to do as our budget now rises to just under 6 million is recall this lad out on loan in Turkey. 6 months at Başakşehir. That's Nathan Wood. I like the look of this guy. He's 6'1". He's only 18. He's got the exciting prospect tag, and he's got 85, I think it is, for stamina. 86, even better. And I'm going to throw him right in the first team, especially with the Vandenberg injury. And like Mariko, who's come back and held his own down at right back, I think this guy can do the same at DM as well. I trust the kid. It's never advisable to bring players back from their loan spell in January, as you risk a potential downgrade come the end of the season. But in a case like this, I think it probably makes the most sense with our lack of squad depth and our lack of money. And he'll start the following game as well, taking on Spurs at home right now, clinging on to a top 4 place by just a single point, but lose this game to Postecoglou's side and they will leapfrog us. It feels inevitable at some point we'll drop out of the Champions League places, but let's hope it's not today. Come on, the Pilgrims. I also brought him back because I can see O'Brien probably requesting a transfer soon, because he's on an important squad role but doesn't play that often, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's another transfer request right around the corner. Wood can play in his position, but there he is snuffing. I like the look of this guy. He's 6'1". He's got a good frame on him. Not the best of passing. I think he looks good. I like him. He looks solid. Oh, what a ball! O'Reilly across to Valverde. 1-0. Wow. Not the ideal start, is it? We're just not at this level. Like, just got to be honest. Like oh, what a ball that is. Okafor denied by Cooks, but the rebound turned in. Nothing you can do about that. We've been above our level literally all season long. League Cup semis. We're into the FA Cup 4th round now. Got Manchester United again, and top 4 for practically the entire season. But we're not a top 4 team. Got to be honest, man. We're not. We haven't even finished top 10 in the save yet. The best way to describe this scenario is that we are levelling out. You know, we were a victim of our own success, performing well above expectations. We were top for 3 weeks, and now, we're back to normality, if you will. This is the sort of thing that Plymouth should be expecting, not disappointed by, because we are still statistically one of the weaker sides in the division. That's a brilliant ball through to Kulusevski down the right-hand side, and Dejan whips it in. Offloaded, Julian Alvarez. Just like against Chelsea, 2 goals conceded in the first half, and with the final minute we ship a third. 2 losses in a row, 2 games without a goal in a row, 6 goals conceded, and Plymouth dropping out of the top 4. It's been a long time coming, and this is a really important game next. Crystal Palace away at Selhurst Park, down towards the bottom of the table. 1 win in 9 in the Premier League, and haven't won away in the league since November. If we lose this against a struggling Eagles side, we're in deep trouble, and are definitely going to drop out of the European places very quickly. Palace away, go on the Pilgrims. John Duran, he's had that big money move to Saudi Arabia, as we saw, joining Cristiano Ronaldo at Al Nassr. I don't know if anyone caught the graphic of how much he's actually earning there. Goodness gracious. And I thought salaries were high back when I was a kid watching football. My word. Well, he's not in Saudi Arabia right now. He's in South London, and he's just opened the scoring. And Plymouth's season is absolutely collapsing. Honestly, the Vandenberg injury, I think, is what caused it, really. And ever since then, it's just got worse and worse and worse. Fernandes done for the season, and Plymouth look done for the season at this rate. As Kante puts it wide, that sums this run up. This is nightmare kind of form, this. Absolute nightmare form. It's amazing how we were in the... Oh, Kante, what a touch. Set yourself. We were in the best run of form of the season. Possibly the same. And now we're in the worst run of form. Final chance and a half. Just don't concede. Don't concede. Marika, all day, all day. That'll do, that'll do, that'll do. And that should do it. Should do it. Ref, come on. Come on. How much time do you fancy allocating, ref? That should have been blown for half time there when we initially cleared the corner. Plenty of time we played. Come on, mate. Still, as we often say, when you're really going through it, those sort of things just happen against you. 1 minute of added time. I think the referee played an extra 5. And John Duran has just absolutely torn me apart in this game. Great footwork, saves a Huerta for the clincher. 1 win in 10 in the league. Plymouth Argyle are absolutely tanking. We're a young, developing team. You know, this is to be expected. But there comes a point where pride needs to kick in, you know. As Kante holds onto the ball brilliantly well. And he'll roll through Jason Knight, who should get us back in the game. And there's still time. There's 8 to play, but we need another one. Just throwing everyone on, and we'll see if we can get one last chance. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Oh, yes, Mariko, put it in. And, okay, all right, okay.
Kante! Kante! Ibrahim does it again! From 2 goals down with 8 to play, Ibrahim Kante sets up the first and then finishes the second as Plymouth escapes Selhurst Park with a point. It's not a win. Our barren run continues, but it could have been so much worse. The Prince to the King, the Togolese 2 combine, Plymouth escape, and it's that man to the rescue again.
No, surely. Surely not. Surely not. Free header. Oh, it's gone in. Coops, you gotta save that, mate. It's not right in the corner. It's not with much power. It was at a comfortable height. When it rains, it pours, and Plymouth Argyle are in torrential downpour right now. This is all over the place. You know those games where it just feels like you're destined to lose no matter what you do? Yeah, you just saw it there. I can't believe we lost that. I really can't. And for Plymouth Argyle, 1 win in 10, absolutely tanking, and Liverpool coming to Devon next. Goodness gracious, can we end the season now? I feel like we're pulling a Spurs at the moment, do you know what I mean? We've got the injury problems, the fitness problems, you know. The league form is tanking. They did get a massive win away at Brentford on Sunday. But then they've also somehow made the League Cup semi, and they've got a good chance of going to the final. Obviously, the second leg's coming tonight. Can't wait for that. But we're pulling a Spurs. Like, we're literally the Spurs of this save at the moment, man. The similarities are uncanny. And like I said, they picked up a big win against Brentford on the weekend. So they can win on occasion. But I don't think our win's going to come here. We're the Spurs of the save right now. And it's Kai who opens the scoring. Lads, it's Plymouth, you know. I don't really know how this comes to an end, to be fair, because we've got Fernandez done for the season. He's the guy that single-handedly... That's a great played breakaway now. He's the guy that single-handedly... Let me concentrate. Oh, walks all the way. Off the post! Single-handedly gets us out of these tough patches. We've got no money left over on the back of the signing of Harwood Bellis. I don't really know how this poor run of form comes to an end. I don't know what we can do. We are going to get absolutely battered on Wednesday night in that League Cup semi-second leg. I think this is the worst runner to save, you know. It's amazing how we've gone from having the best runner save to the worst runner to save. We literally cannot buy a win. Yep, let's do it. Our final game today, the second leg of the League Cup semi-final, right before transfer deadline day. Manchester United coming to Devon with the score tied at 1-1 after a credible result at Old Trafford. I felt confident at the full-time whistle in that game. I don't now. Plymouth absolutely tanking, Red Devils rocking up and feeling confident they'll be making Wembley. We need a heck of a performance to make it through tonight, and I'm not one bit confident, but come on the Pilgrims, let's pull off the shock and make the cup final. I haven't had a clean sheet in quite a while now, as Harwood Bellis does really well. So what I've done is I've put Anyembe, who actually scored our goal in the first leg, in at right back in this game, because... Oh, Sako! Come on! We haven't had a clean sheet in ages. But if we can keep one tonight now, we'll be into Wembley, top scorer in the League Cup. It's why Kante doesn't start in this competition. Sanko puts Plymouth in front. Right, second half's underway. This is unexpected. Plymouth Argyle are still winning. And we couldn't hold on to the win in the first leg. Shoot, I dare. Yes, William McCann. Oh. Remember, we're not... Yep, we'll have that. But if we just keep it tight at the back... I'm not going to put 2 banks of 5 out there and just try and hold on to the 1-0. I will go for chances on the offensive end, but I don't want to just give Manchester United easy opportunities. As things stand, my defence has been really strong. Haven't said that in a while. Mumba! Sanko! For the dagger! Get in! 12 after the restart. Plymouth up 2. And I think for the first time in club history, the Pilgrims are going to Wembley. Well, I say the dagger. I mean, with my defence, oh dear, dear, dear. It definitely isn't over yet. And when you start doing, oh, bring him down, bring him down. Oh, I had to do it, had to do it, had to do it, had to do it, had to do it. Taylor, you've had 3 games for us, and so far you've got 1 red card, mate. I had to do it. No chances, I had to do it. That right there is what you call taking 1 for the team. And Matthias Tell ran through, it would have been 2-1, backs to the wall for the remaining 20 and possibly could have bottled it, but instead sacrifices himself, so he'll be suspended for the final to make sure Plymouth make the final. Get in, first time in club history they're going to a domestic cup final. First time I'm going to a domestic cup final in FC 25. What is this season from Plymouth Argyle? Tanking the league, but into a cup final. And that'll do it for today's episode, guys. So massive thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and whatever you do, do not miss the next episode, the biggest one of the save. Transfer deadline day, where we might make an emergency sign in the FA Cup 4th round away against Manchester United at Old Trafford. More games in the Premier League, aim to snap our losing streak and get back in the top 4, and the small matter of the Carabao Cup final, where we'll take on Arnie Slot's Liverpool at Wembley. Have a great day, guys. Much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.